Good morning, friends. Myself, Kedar Badheka. Today I am taking a lecture of quality engineering, right? And the topic of the today's lecture is Deming's 14 principle. So, before start the lecture, we have to understand that, or we should know about the William Edwards Deming. So, who is the Deming? So, Dr. William Edward Deming is basically a electrical engineer who born in United States of America in 1900s, right? Then he died in 1993. Basically, he is a electrical engineer. Then he is pursue his doctorate study in the mathematical physics from the Yale University. So now we have to start the lectures. So this is the brief about the William Edward Demings, right? So as per our today's task, we have to understand. So Deming is very much known about his 14 principle, which is given for to improve the quality of any organization. If any organization is follows that 14 principle, that organizations or that management is convert their organizations into the best organizations, right? So the first principle you can see on your screen, the first principle, which is about the create the consistency of the purpose for the improvement of the product and service. So if you are manufacturing any kind of the product, right, you have to, and as a management you have to convey the message of why these organizations, what is the purpose of manufacturing this product. So this purpose is convey, or the purpose of the productions, purpose of why you are manufacturing this product or why you are servicing this product to the society. You have to convey this message to the all the employee who is working on this product, so they can work with their loyalties on the product. So this is the first principle. So the second point of the Deming, which is the adopt the new philosophy, because the today's market is very global markets, and the demands of the publics and the demand of the customers are change in a certain period of time. So you have to adopt the new needs of the customer from the markets, and you have to uh, convey this new need of the customers to the suppliers, to the manufacturers, to the product market management team. So if you are adopting that new philosophy of the need of the customer, then you can sustain in the markets, right? The second, which is the you have to dependency on the inspections to achieve the quality, because the Deming says that the inspection is kind of the stage which is check the product is coming from the certain quality standards or not. But if you want to manufacturing a product, right, which is the quality product, so you have to focus on the first process level of the product, and this uh, process you have to maintain till the end of the product. So if you are only focused on the inspection stage, at that stage of, if the product which is not able to give that quality which is you required, then the further process, which is a quite of the loss of your effort. So you have to focus on the quality of the product from this stage 1 to last stage of the product manufacturing, right? The fourth point of the Deming, which is you have to end the practice of avoiding the business on the basis of the price tag alone. So as a management, you have to pass or you have to create the you have to create this kind of environments in your organization is that we are not a running a business which is based on the price tag market, right? But instead of that, minimize the total cost by working with a single supplier. But if you are minimizing your suppliers, right? If you are minimizing your suppliers, suppose you are manufacturing a product with the different kind of the suppliers, right? Instead of that, if you are uh, select a trustable one supplier, if you are select a trustable one supplier for your product, which is also decrease the cost of the product. Next, fifth point, which is the improve the consistency and forever every process for the planning, productions, and service. So, for the quality product manufacturing, you have to not only focus on the product, but if you want to produce a quality product, you have to focus on every stage of your productions, right? Yani, you have to focus on the planning phase, you have to focus on the production phase, you have to focus on the service phase, right? So this is a very big responsibility for we have to maintain the consistency in every stage of the processes. Next, the sixth point, which is about the institute training on the job. Before you start a new job, right, you have to uh, guide your employees, your workforce about the job, so they can clearly understand about the job, and so they can work with the quality standards. Seventh point, which is adopt the institute leaderships. So you have to make a leaderships, right, in your plants, so the peoples are adopt a quality leaderships for their quality product manufacturing. Suppose uh, you have to make a leaderships with the respecting the workforce which is working in your organizations, so which is impacting a better result in your quality product manufacturing, right? Then you have to drive out from the fears, right? Now what happening in many organizations, the employees have any kind of the fear that if they are not uh, uh, if they are not match the target level of the productions, they are fired from that positions. So that fear which is little bit affecting the quality of the product, so you have to remove that kind of the fear, you have to drive out that fears from your organization's atmospheres, right? Then the ninth point, which is the break down the barriers between the staff areas. So many organizations are working that if you are working in our organizations, right, so you don't have to talk with the other department staff. So this barrier which is little bit creating some kind of the very demotivating things about the staff, so you should avoid this kind of the barriers, or they are working from the one quality product, so they have a rights to talk to each others about the product betterments, right? So 10th point, which is about eliminate the slogans, exhortations, and target for the workforce. You never should give any kind of the slogans to match the target oriented product, or you never give any kind of target for your workforce like that you have to complete in a 6 hour shift, 8 hour shift, in a one day, in a months, etc., right? Which is affecting his mindset about the quality product manufacturing. 11th point, which is about eliminate the numerical quotas for the workforce and the numerical goals for the management. It is previously discussed same like that, the management should also avoid this kind of the goals about the numerical goals to match that kind of the crores targets in a third quarter of annuals, right? You should avoid that kind of the numerical targets goals. 12th, which is about remove the barriers of the rob peoples of the pride workmanships. You have to create that kind of the environments in your organizations that the peoples are feeling a pride. They are working in these organizations, they have to feel pride about their workmanships. So this is the duty of the management, so they have to create the environments like that. Eliminate the annual ratings or the merit system in your also you have to eliminate this kind of the very disgusting things in your organizations. Never give any kind of the merits, right, to the employees on an annual basis, and which is affecting that the remuneration standards of the what they are gaining at the end of the month, right? So never relate that things to the quality product manufacturing. The 13th point, which is about the institutes a vigorous programs of educations and a self improvement for the everyone. If the organization is give a chance them employees to get a knowledge to learn about the new advanced technologies or something which is new or something which is very much helpful to create your organizations which is become as a that is a loyal or which is a benchmark organizations in the product manufacturing. And the last point of the Deming 14 point, which is the put everybody in the company to the work accomplish for the transformations. So in any organizations, from the top management, from the director to your guard, right, your store guard, or your guard from the gate of your organizations, everybody should be a part of the transformations from the one level to the next level to become the organizations as a benchmark quality organizations for the product developments, right? So these are the 14 obligations for the top management which is given by the William Edwards Deming. If any organizations they can follow them, so this organization is become a quality organizations or a quality product manufacturer organizations in any global market area. So this is the Deming's 14 points. So in this lecture we are discussing that. If you have any kind of the queries and questions, you can ask me in the comment sections. I will give all your questions answer as early as possible. Thank you so much for watching this video.